Hello, my name is GregTech, and welcome back to our GregTech New Horizons Season 2. Okay, I've been kind of messing around with the biolabs and learned a couple things here. One, we got the fluid tube up here. It just needed to be a full hatch, which I have actually reduced the size of the hatch because we didn't really need the largest one. If we end up needing, lots and lots of this, I will. I may actually throw a tank, so we actually build up a buffer of this mutagen. We are not, at right this moment, we don't need like millions of circuits, so we don't need massive amounts of this. But I have actually, I think we got this actually correct. I have it set to 6700. It'll pull out 3000 because that is half of what these pipes use, and then it shuts off. So basically, whenever it hits 67,000, it will pull out 3 and then drop down to 64. So when it's running constantly, that works perfectly. Right now, we have a little bit of a backlog because the pipes are full, obviously, and that is why that is turned off. I may be able to, if I wanted to like clean this up a little bit, maybe hide the pipes, but I don't know. I thought the pipes looked kind of cool. We could even like put them backwards or something if we don't want them sticking out. But yeah, so that is our mutagen production. Now I have also thrown a thing underneath. I use a storage bus, so I have this just being stocked with mysterious crystal, which I am actually just doing I'm processing all my mysterious combs, so I could always throw my bee to make more of that if we get there. But right now, it is just turned off because I have another fluid detector. As we can see, there is 2 fluid detectors on there, and then this one underneath outputs for the same amount. So 6700, it basically shuts off the multi-block. So I have it stocked with the mysterious crystal and the water, but it is turned off. Now the last bit is this radio hatch, and I realized I was misreading the thing. Now, one thing you can actually look at is if you look at the uses, and unfortunately it doesn't show up with the rods. Oh, it's right there. I totally didn't even see that. Yeah, there is a radio hatch material list. Oh yeah, it's right there. I was totally like, oh, I don't see it. But it is right there. You can also right-click on the radio hatch to pull up all the things. And you can actually scroll through every single thing you want, and what sievert it gives, how much mass it gives, and how long it lasts. And what I didn't realize is if you put a long rod in versus the regular rod, let's actually do it. Yeah, let's do it this way. So uranium long rod is 2 kilograms, and the uranium, just the regular one, is only 1 kilogram. What it actually does is when you put this in, it goes through the 80 seconds for each kilogram. So it'll go through this 80 seconds, and then it'll drop down to 1 kilogram, and then it'll go through the next 80 seconds. So it's actually 160 seconds in the thing, or 161.7. I don't know how accurate. I don't know if it is actually that or 160, but yeah. So the long rods actually do last longer. Now, obviously, you're putting twice the amount of fuel in, but that is how those work. So that actually means we can actually see some other materials in here. Obviously, there's some crazy stuff in there that all give different amounts. But I'm thinking if we actually do this, 1 quad fuel uranium rod actually lasts 12 times this. So almost 12,000 seconds for 1 fuel rod. Now, obviously, if you look at the ingredients, you are using, you're using 6 of these. Is it 6 of these? I can't even remember, to be honest. Yeah. Yeah, so you're using 6 of these, which actually means you're using 36 uranium and a little bit of 235 uranium. But I think we are like 36 times whatever we would get from a long, I guess it would be long uranium 238 rod. Like this would be 1 ingot, you get 160 seconds. But if we did 36 of those, what it would be, I don't know. Would it be worth it? I haven't really done the math, but I just noticed that the other thing had 12 kilograms or whatever, so yeah, I'll have to do the math on that. Okay, just really quick math. I didn't really like work it out, but I get about 4 if I do the materials for the quad fuel. Now, obviously, you are using steel and iron and stuff, but you get, what did I say, 12,000 seconds for that. And if you use the actual, uranium-238 and the uranium-235 just as rods in the thing, you're getting about 4,000 seconds. So it is much, much more efficient than that. Now, the question, though, is do we want to keep this running permanently? I'm not sure. We have a whole bunch of steel rods from when we were using the things. Now, I highly doubt you could put a partial one in there. That would be kind of funny if you could. What is it? I'm just kind of curious if it does work. I highly doubt it would. Yeah, I didn't think it would. But what about this? Oh. Just realized I don't think that's going to work because the radio hatches actually have a limit. So if I wanted to put 12 kilograms in there, I would actually do the max radio hatch. And there is actually no recipe for that. Alright, just kidding. Alright, so UHV, or UV. Alright, UV radio hatch is the largest one we can do. And that is 6 kilograms. Alright, so that changes things a little bit. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like it is possible to use... it doesn't seem to be possible to use that, which, that's a bit annoying. Maybe... Yeah, 12. I got really excited there when I saw that. Alright, so we could do like dual. And that is 6 times, that's like 3,000 seconds. Not as nice as the other one though, is it? Because that is twice as much and it lasts twice as long. I mean, you could just do the single ones, which even, those last 1,000 seconds or 750 seconds. I don't know. We'll have to think about that. And the other one also, creating the raw growth catalyst, is its own thing. That does require 140. So is there a way? Like, it just tears through these. So I was wondering if there is a more efficient way. So that would be, what would that be? That would be 6 rods. If I smelted that directly, although you are using platinum and tungsten steel there to actually craft that up, but I don't know. So that would be like 40 seconds for one, so that is, yeah. What did I say? 40 seconds for one, so this would be 120 seconds for the 3. Where did it go? I went the wrong way. Alright, so it does look like it's actually cheaper just to do the enriched. That's 40 seconds or 90 seconds. But if you do it singular, like, you actually get more. Alright, so long rods are probably the most efficient. Although the rods are, they're basically the same. It doesn't matter which way you do it. But long rods actually just, they burn a bit slower. Alright, so like I said, still trying to figure out what is the best for that. And we are back. I have been kind of busy here. I'm trying to get this stuff automated, the Agar part, because it's a little bit annoying. Not going to lie. And I have got the bone meal that we're going to need and the mincemeat. So I'm getting the mincemeat from our industrial greenhouse. We're doing the goldfish plant, which we have a massive amount of, and I'm actually using bees to get the other part of it for the bone meal, and I'm using skeletal bees for the bone cones. I had desolate drones already and forest drones already. I already basically had the stuff for it, so I crafted that up. They are now running, and I'm converting all those cones to bone meal. So now we have 2388. I figured that would be easier than doing it the bone way. I mean, we could set up a mob farm. There is a multi-block for it now, which I've never set up a mob farm, have I, in this pack? But okay, so that is where we're at. I already had these single block ones set up. I will probably replace them pretty quickly with the multi-block versions. I just don't have the, you know, like I have my chemical reactors. I can just click one button and it gets me all the pieces for it. I don't have those set up for like the centrifuge or a mixer yet. So those are a little bit more involved when I have to craft up. I should make a single recipe for that, like I do for the chemical reactor. I also have one for the distillation. Distillation multi-block. What's it called? Distillation tower. I was like, what is the name of that thing? Yeah. So, okay, I got that. We're producing our diluted sulfuric acid, mincemeat, and our bone meal gets turned into collagen. Collagen gets mixed with phosphoric acid and water, I believe. Yep, water. That produces this gelatin mixture. This gelatin mixture will get centrifuged down into gelatin and phosphorus. Now, I was thinking we are producing phosphoric acid with our phosphorus, but I'm actually producing that a different way. I'm actually producing it this way: apatite, sulfuric acid, and water. So that is how I'm doing that. But we could just do the phosphorus way. Unfortunately, you do... Let's see. Is it... So that is... one phosphorus, 4. But you need 6 to get the 1 back. So you do get part of it back, but it's not like a perfect ratio. You do put more into it. So I would need to come up with a way to get the phosphorus, and I actually don't... I'm not getting phosphate ore. Is there a... There may actually be... Yep. I was like, is there a B? There is a B. Of course there's a B. Ash I don't have. Appetite... I can't remember if I have appetite. Okay, I don't have ash, so... But, I mean, we could easily get that. Yeah, coal, clay, we have. So get ash, get apatite, get phosphorus, and that is like unlimited phosphorus. It doesn't even require like anything fancy, and it's just a centrifugal. Alright, so I should just switch that over. There is a lot of things in the base. I am going to switch over to bees once we get this apiary up, to be honest. We can get so many resources from bees, and it cuts out a lot of processes and ores and all sorts of stuff. Okay, so we got that. I need to power this. I am just talking away here. So I am basically just producing all this stuff automatically instead of doing these recipes for it. I made recipes for it the first time just to get it going, but I actually don't need that. So these recipes are pretty long, as we can see, 120 seconds at HV. So yeah. What I was originally thinking was I was going to pull the phosphorus out and use the thing to produce the phosphoric acid, and then I would have this backlog, but I don't think that's going to work. That's probably not how I'm going to do that. How I'm going to do it, I don't know yet. Maybe just... interface. I could just pump it into the A system. No, because I don't want this running permanently. I could do like filters or something like that. Why don't we do that? I would maybe do... I'll do that, and then I'll do a conduit with filters. That's probably what I'll do. That way we can have this turn off, and if we turned it into the multi-block, which would actually... that would be the multi-block, so maybe I want to do... no. Yeah. Well, I would rearrange it. So if I turn this into the multi-block centrifuge, it would be the 3x3 right there, and then this would be the next bit. Which would be a mixer. So I'm actually... I think we'll just do... in the meantime... filter. These are all our old... from our reactors when we had them. So I'll do like insert phosphorus, and that'll just go into the A system, and then mixer. Let's just do... I'll just craft one up. And that will go right here. Alright, so this will be power. There. Let me do this. Yeah, and then that will do another one there. Is that... I did have a bit of an issue with power. Oh, by the way, the black plutonium, yeah, don't use those. Don't use black plutonium in a... don't use black plutonium in the super... what are they called? Super... and I am forgetting all sorts of things today. Because the the durability is much lower. So it's 3 million. I didn't notice that, whereas the other Draconium one was like 13 million or something like that. So these just break like way too fast. Yeah, so 13 million versus 3 million. They just break too fast. Even though I'm producing good power and it's the same efficiency, they just break way too fast in there. Which, if I can get the turbine housing, would be fine. But I didn't notice that it had broken, and the whole base turned off. So, yeah, that is a bit of an issue. So that will be our gelatin, and then I will mix it, and we will get the agar. And I guess that will go here. And then eventually, when we are starting to craft up many, many thousands of these circuits, we will switch it. Although, aren't we? No, we still need the raw growth. Just kidding. We need this for the raw growth. That is not going to change. Yeah. But the other parts might. Like that. No, that has battery, so that... Our assembly line has a battery, so that would never... Although that does feel like it's taking a while. Something get messed up. Oh, this. This got turned off, yeah. Kind of a big issue when the whole base turns off. It breaks a lot of stuff. There it goes. I thought that was taking a long time. Also, I had a little issue. The other issue I had was I accidentally broke... I didn't break, but when I was messing with the sulfuric acid, I accidentally reset the P2P, so it broke all the connections, and I don't remember all the connections that I had to sulfuric acid, so we will be just doing stuff and something will be broken because it's not getting sulfuric acid, and I don't remember everything. So, kind of broke a couple things while I was working on this. Why am I typing sulfuric? I'm trying to do a mixer. Been a long day. There we go. So, mixer. Down there. Insert. What was I going to insert? Gelatin. Right? Yeah. Insert. Alright, so that should pull this out. Gelatin should be going in there. Phosphorus dust will go into there, right? Didn't I? Oh. Cool. So there it is. I don't have this hooked up yet. Let's do right here. Yes. These pickaxe is kind of crazy how fast it breaks. As we saw. That broke the that really quick. It's almost like I almost break stuff like too fast. Like it's almost instantaneous when I break that. Same with wrenches. They almost get too fast. I may like replace that back down. I don't remember why I needed trinium. Oh, it was for the small black plutonium dust. That's what it was for. I may actually replace that back. Okay, so gelatin. Or not gelatin. We need... Yeah, we need gelatin on there, and I need water, right? Distilled water. Alright, distilled water's not an issue. I do have a thing for that. I may... I don't know. I was thinking about maybe doing, if I get time, doing an overhaul of the way we are transporting fluids all around. Because now we have the ender fluid, so it's basically the wireless. I can never remember where distilled water is. It was 3 back, 4 back. There it is. Yeah, it's 3 back. I always forget which row it's on. Yeah, I accidentally right-clicked instead of shift-clicked on the sulfuric one and changed the channel and then broke everything. So that was a bit of a pain. Okay, so there we go. That should get distilled water. If that... Oh, did I? I did. Oh, whoops. I'm full on channels. Yeah, I do like channels, but I'm like, maybe switching to ender fluid might be just easier. Less laggy, less channels, cleaner cables and everything. I don't know. We'll see. That is going to be a pretty big update. Alright, we got our distilled water. Need an 11. Did I... did. Alright. Going on here. Gelatin, distilled water, agar. Distilled water, gelatin. Alright, why is that not working? Does it need it... For some reason, does it need in the actual recipe, maybe? No. Alright. Am I, Is that... That gelatin different? Oh. No, I don't think so. Am I just... Am I blind? Does it not have power? Alright, this is one of those moments where I'm just like, what? Oh, it has no power. Why do you have no power? Is it not connected? Hold on. Is it not connected? No, it's not connected. Just one of those little moments. I mean, to be fair, that looked like it was connected from underneath. Alright, there we go. So, yeah, as we can see, this is not a super fast recipe. So, probably we'll be replacing these with the multi-blocks when I get them crafted up. It's just all the weird kind of parts that go into them. Like the casings and all that stuff. I just don't have all that stuff in that easy recipe. Okay, so we should be getting Agar here. Yeah. Question though is... How are we going to do this? Like, am I going to do like a stocking input bus? I guess that's probably what we'll do. I think. But we need to get this up to halfway. Until we get that, we are going to be getting this terrible little amount. And it is going to take me quite a lot of mutagen and quite a lot of agar and all that stuff. So that is that. And it's going to take me a lot of enriched rods as well. I think we're just going to do regular enriched rods in the radio hatch. I guess I do like 32 of these. Alright, collagen is not a thing anymore. I am crafting that up. Is agar No, I have that. All right. Yeah, I may just do a storage bus for this stuff, and then... we'll just have a tank of the raw growth stuff, I think. But in the meantime, I'm just gonna have to put this stuff in here, like... normally, and then... be sad that I get a terrible amount for it. We will get a bit more the more we craft it up, but yeah, that makes me sad. But okay, so that is all that automated-ish, and then yeah, we'll come back when we get this raw grow stuff. Okay, that actually wasn't too bad. We put what, eight processes in there? Actually, let me take this out, because we're just wasting it now. We put 8 in there, and I ended up getting 8 buckets, 8 and just over 8 buckets worth. It did like 16, 52, 108, and then like 300 and something like that. So we got to it actually pretty quick. That wasn't bad. So I am going to have to sort that out. Now, the quest actually wants me to get regular growth catalyst medium, which is a fluid heater. We'll set that up. That is pretty quick, especially if we do like ZPM. But it wants us to get stem cells, and I'm not sure why it wants us to get stem cells for the wetware things, because you actually don't... I don't think you need them anymore. You need the growth catalyst medium, but I don't think you actually need the stem cells to get that. You do need them for the better tier ones, I believe, but I don't think we actually need that for wetware. And plus, we are going to be building the PCB factory anyway to produce our wetware things. So we're kind of skipping. We're doing it a little bit differently than the quest line. But like I said, I'm going to get this growth medium stuff set up, and next episode we will get our wetware. And hopefully the circuit boards, and then with that we will be producing another new tier of circuits, the wetware line. So that is pretty exciting. Anyway, that's going to be for today. So thanks for watching, and have a good one.